We are going to take your standard Windows PC and turn it into a fully functional, locally hosted database environment. By the end of this setup, you will have a working database interface, successfully querying and retrieving actual data. To get started, you only need two things: a machine running Windows 10 or 11, and administrative privileges on that machine. Setting up this local environment means you can master SQL in a private sandbox without needing to pay for cloud hosting services. First, go to your browser and search for the official MySQL download page. Click through to the MySQL Community GPL download section. Once you arrive, look for the specific link titled MySQL Installer for Windows. There are two variants available. Do not download the small web version. Always choose the full community installer. The file should be roughly 300 megabytes. When the download page appears, you can bypass the Oracle login prompt by clicking the small text at the bottom that says, "No thanks, just start my download." Using this full offline installer ensures you have every component ready on your machine, so the setup won't fail if your internet connection fluctuates during the process. Open the installer, grant administrative access, and select the Custom Installation Radio button. You will see a list of available products. You need to expand these trees to find the specific software modules we need. Move these three exact modules into the installation queue: MySQL Server, MySQL Workbench, and MySQL Shell. With those three selected, click Execute and wait for the verification checkmarks to appear next to each item. These three tools work together as a complete system. The server is the engine that holds the data, the Workbench is your visual interface, and the shell provides a command line environment. In the configuration phase, keep all the network port settings at their default values and click Next. Now you need to set a root user password. For this local setup, a simple, memorable string like root is recommended. The installer will flag this as a weak password, but because this database is only running locally on your own system, simple credentials are fine. Finish the configuration and close the auto-launched shell window. Then manually open MySQL Workbench from your Start menu. To connect to the server, click the Local Instance box and enter the root password you just created. When the blank query editor opens, you have successfully established the connection between the graphical interface and the database engine. Let's write your first command. Type Create Database Chase into the editor. To run the code, click the lightning bolt icon on the top toolbar. When creating a table, you use dot notation to tell the server exactly which database to use. It's just the database name, followed by a period and the name of the table. For this table, we are setting up two columns, one for a numeric integer ID and another for a text string that can hold up to 50 characters. Execute the table creation command and look for the green checkmark in the output panel to confirm it was successful. With these lines executed, you have moved from installing software to building the actual structures that will store your data. Now we can add information to that structure. Use the insert syntax to add your first row, using ID1 and the name Gukesh. Run a second command with ID2 and the name Arjun to add another row to the table. To see what you've built, write a select statement. Using the asterisk tells the server to fetch every piece of data from that specific table. When you execute that, the result grid appears at the bottom, showing your data organized exactly as you defined it. If you don't see your data in the grid, let us know in the comments with any error codes you're seeing so we can help. You now have a private local server ready for any project, whether you're practicing SQL queries, analyzing large data sets, or connecting a backend to a new application.